Today we're going over systems of inequalities. This is one of those topics that systems of nonlinear equations that we do in Desmos, but there was a couple of things I wanted to go over first. So if you want to get some paper out, just to write these down really quick, and then I will show you how it works in Desmos. So first of all, I want to refresh, just in case it has been a while, the less than, greater than symbols. So you have less than, which is this one, and you have less than or equal to, which has the line under it, like this. We also have greater than, which is this one, and greater than or equal to, which is that one. Now, what you should know is that less than and greater than, when graphed, get an open circle, and less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, when graphed, get a closed circle. So this is something to know. Open circle and closed circle mean different things. So if it has the or equal to, it gets the closed circle. Also, if it actually has equal to, so this is also, so if it has the equal to sign, this also gets a closed circle. Now, what I need you to know about systems, and Desmos will do this for you, but just something to keep in mind, less than and less than or equal to, shade. Oh, my light's just cut out. Give me 1 second. There it goes. Less than and less than or equal to, shade below the function. And greater than or equal to, shade above the function. This is exactly what you would expect. You would expect greater than to be above and less than to be below. So just to recap on those things, now I want to show you what this looks like in Desmos. So I'm going to put a function in. So we'll say y equals 3x squared minus 2x minus 4. So we have this function. Now, this is how you would normally type them with y equals. The thing about inequalities is that it uses less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So instead of using equals, down here to this little button, gets you these, and here are your 4 symbols. So you can make them whatever the problem's telling you. So this one's going to be greater than. And notice that that now is shaded above. So I still have the same parabola that's shaded above. If I had switched that to less than, it would shade below. So see, it's below the function. So just keep that in mind. The dashed line is what is used when it does not have the or equal to. If I change this to less than or equal to, you can do it with your keyboard too, by the way. Just add the equal sign. Notice it becomes a solid line. So that's where your open and closed circles come. If it lands exactly on a solid line, it is closed. If it lands on a dotted line, though, it's open. So just keep that in mind. So we'll keep this function up, and then I'm going to add another one. Desmos will change the color for you. You definitely want to have different colors. It helps it keep it easier in your head. So this one will be y is greater than 2x plus 1. So I now have these two functions. The second one shaded in green, and it was greater than, so it shaded above the line. Now, the solutions to these, there's actually an infinite number of solutions. You're looking at where the two colors overlap. So I have green and red here. If you're not sure, just go back and click. So you're looking for the ones that are colored in the same spot. So it's red. All this section all over here is red and green. But if I move my computer down a little bit, I actually have red and green over here too. So just be mindful that that whole section is red and green. So any point in this area is a solution. Same thing with this triangle here that actually goes up forever. Any point in there is a solution. So just keep that in mind, that anything that's in the double shaded area is a solution. You can also have like a triple shaded area. I'm going to switch this for a second just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to change this one to less than. Sorry, greater than. And I'm going to change this one to less than just so I can show you something. So I just switched the things. Now the overlapping area is right here. Notice this is the only section that's both red and green. It actually becomes kind of a darker shade of both of them on Desmos. Now, let's say I added another function. You can have more than two. You can have three. So now this one's going to be blue. This will be y is less than the square root. The square root's going to be down here. So if you want the square root of x minus 3. Oops, don't want that. Minus 3 outside. There we go. So now I have red, green, and purple. So I want to find where all three of them overlap, and that would be this section right in here. So this section is purple, and this section is green, and this section is red. So it has all three of the colors. Typically it's the darkest section. So if you are given one and it's kind of hard to tell, you can tell by finding the darkest section which one it is. But any point in this area right here would be a solution. So that is how you do systems of inequalities. Again, this is in Desmos, so if you can just graph them correctly, make sure you're typing everything correctly. Don't do like I did. Watch your radicals to make sure they don't extend too far, things like that. Make sure your signs are correct if it's less than or if it's less than or equal to. So I could have made this less than or equal to. So just be mindful of those things. But if you type it in correctly, you can find the answers just from finding where the colors overlap. All right, guys, that is it for this lesson.